All right, here we go. Once again, my name is David. This is my brother Ray, and we are.
Preachers from the bleachers.
Here we go. We got some stuff to talk about, man. We got some NFL and some Major League Baseball and some NBA. But first, I want to say, hey, you guys can listen to us every week here on YouTube and also on anchor.fm/preachers from the bleachers, which propagates out to Spotify.
Spotify.
Thank you very much. So again, leave us some comments. Somebody left us some comments last week, and we talked back to them, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have or respond to comments, whatever. We talk to anybody about anything. So we're just having fun. So without further ado, let's go to the hot hand right now. NFL, bunch of stuff going on in the NFL. Cowboys suck. New England sucks. Uh, my Panthers suck.
Wait a minute, what's the Panthers' record?
Yeah, they're like, I think they're 2-4 now. They're 2-4.
Are they two? All right, then they suck.
Yeah, they suck. So yeah, their defense is awful, but we'll get into this in a few minutes. But all right, well, let's start with the Cowboys because we have some arguments just because we have some fun with the Cowboys fans.
You burying the lead. You are gonna jump to the Cowboys.
Oh, well, what's the lead? Talk to me.
You gotta start with champions at all times.
Champions. Which champions we talking about?
The Dodgers won last night.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about baseball first?
No, I want to talk about champions first. Let's give them their due respect.
All right. Dodgers win. Dodgers win. Sammy Kershaw slays his playoff demons. Good for him.
And Sammy again.
Come on, man. He's been terrible in the playoffs. This is a big deal.
Call him Sammy again. We had this
thing. Right.
Clayton
Kershaw.
Dallas, Texas finest.
I keep doing that. Sammy Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw. Oh, man.
And now you got to explain to people who Sammy Kershaw is.
He's like some country and western singer or something. I don't even know that, but that name is stuck in my head because of that. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Clayton, man. I know your name, Clayton. I just every time I hear Kershaw, I think Sammy. So anyway, Dodgers win. Clayton Kershaw slays playoff demons. So
it went 2-0, man. That I mean, when you go 2-0 and your team only has to win 4, like yeah, we can stop saying all that bad stuff, saying he choked, saying he ain't got it, he ain't a playoff pitcher. That's over with. He a champion, and he was already one of the greatest of all time regular season. Now you add world champion to his resume. He probably going down as one of the greatest pitchers that ever did it. So congrats to not only the Dodgers, but to Clayton Kershaw for getting that monkey off his back. I want to give a big shout out to Mookie Betts. He really don't need no shout out, but Mookie just cold-blooded. Why we own it? Somebody in Boston tell me why he not playing for the Red Sox no more. Like, yeah.
Oh man, there's no telling why some of these guys they always leave. Because people make stupid decisions.
They traded. He didn't leave.
Oh yeah. I'm not. Well, I know that's all I'm saying. Is that organizations make some stupid decisions?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They think it's smart when they do it, and then they turn around and go, "What? Why the hell did I do that?" Like Charlotte trades Kobe Bryant, that kind of stuff.
Did they ever really want Kobe Bryant though?
I
think they drafted him to send him to the Lakers to begin with. Like
maybe it was one of those.
It was a pre-draft deal.
Yeah.
They made a deal before. Yeah. So he was never really gonna ever be on Charlotte, but still he was a Charlotte draft pick, and maybe they should have backed out of that deal.
So yeah, the Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA are all full of people that have made bad decisions about this player or that player. Yeah,
12 years, $345 million.
Maybe that's why. That's a lot. They're like, I don't want to spend that kind of money.
Oh, but he already won a World Series with you. He was one of the most significant pieces you had on your World Series team. Even though you're going through whatever, if you rebuilding or you're trying to, restart, maybe you're not quite rebuilding, but you're gonna want to start in the middle. Mookie Betts is still a player you would want on your team. Obviously, all you got to do is look at the Dodgers right now.
No kidding. No kidding.
He did things in his World Series that hadn't been done before. Walk and still in the same inning.
Yeah. I love watching guys steal bases.
As a matter of fact, be sure to go get your taco today, Dave, because he stole a base. You get you a Doritos Locos Tacos
That's
for
right.
free.
Yeah.
The question is, he did steal 2 bases, so do I get 2 tacos?
I think you only get one. I think you
That's
only get one. One
wow,
per visit.
that's tough.
You can go to different Taco Bells and
I
get
could
one
just
this Taco Bell.
drive around, just drive around.
You could do
They could
that. They
just
won't know.
go in the drive-through. I mean, you know, I don't really think they care, but
Yeah.
that's messed up, bro. I mean, Mookie stole a lot of bases, a lot of timely hits. Speaking of which, while we're talking about this, the guy for the I can't think of his name right now, but he got pulled early.
Oh yeah. He wasn't happy
Yeah.
about it.
I know you think it's a good decision or bad decision on by the Tampa Bay Rays manager.
Well, it's a World Series. Second guessing a guy making that kind of call in the World Series is I don't know.
I'm
Maybe I would have let him go another couple batters. I don't know. Maybe another inning. I mean, I ain't got that kind of
I'm gonna
Snell was his name. Snell.
Snell, Cy Young winner,
Yeah.
Snell, mowing people down,
Yeah.
hadn't gave up no runs yet. Let me tell you why I did it though.
Why? Go ahead. Go ahead. He
I,
sees something I didn't.
I can't say that he's wrong, but I can't say that he's right because the outcome is the outcome.
Yep.
But Mookie Betts was coming up to bat. He had smoked Mookie twice. The odds are you ain't getting Mookie a third time, right? In this situation, I'm in a regular season game. It's a clinch game for the Dodgers. They could win the World Series. You just got Mookie twice. I ain't saying Mookie was gonna hit a home run, but if I lived in Las Vegas, and I do, I'd have put all my money on Mookie Betts to get on base right there. So the manager's thought process was, hey, this is the third time Mookie is going to see. That's all respect to Mookie Betts. That's why I started with Mookie Betts. It's because the manager recognized who was coming up to bat. He realized that, yeah, I mean, just the same arm angle, the same, it's a good chance you might not get it. This guy going to get you. So he made a calculated move, and too many times managers in all sports, you take a guy out before or too late. That's always, do you take him out early or take him out late? I'm gonna always take you out early. Snell might be a Cy Young pitcher, but we're not talking about Roger Clemens, bro. We're not talking about Randy Johnson. You're not a Hall of Fame all-time great where you have seen this, been there before. Let me see you work your way through it. The man was trying to win a World Series. He made a decision. It turned out to be the wrong decision, but the bottom line is I would have bet on Betts. That's what he did. Is he realized? I think only a Randy Johnson or Roger Clemens had a chance against Mookie Betts in that situation last night. Game 6, we got the dude is that good. It's a reason why he got
He is
345
good.
million.
The more you talk about it, the more I might have left him in there. I might have.
I just don't think it's wrong or right. That's why I said. I said I can see why.
No matter what happens, you're going to get second guessed.
They're gonna get second guessed if he leaves him in there too long. And Mookie could have done the same thing, and I believe he would have to Snell as he did to the same pitcher, and they'd have said you left him in too long. So I don't think the pitcher mattered. It's just Mookie Betts is just that good.
Very good. Plus, that coach is probably thinking, man, I got fresh arm coming out of the bullpen. Why not go with that now?
It's a fresh arm with a different arm angle.
Yep.
Right. All of that changes. You know what I mean? Like if I don't know how many times you stood in a batter's box with a dude throwing 90 at you. I have not, but I've been in
every day.
I've been in a batting cage at 80, and it's different because the ball come out of the machine. It comes poof, right out of the same spot. You can stare down into that hole, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I stole this from Tony Gwynn. I mean, if I'm coaching baseball, why not steal something from the greatest hitters of all times, right?
Yeah.
And he was talking about guys who pitch from this angle. He would just stare right here at the emblem on their hat and then pick up the ball. As soon as he can see the ball, pick up the ball, switch from the emblem to the ball. So he says, I see the ball sooner and faster than most hitters do. He's like, and if the arm angle was out here, he said, I stare at the shoulder. If they, almost submarine it, said I look somewhere on their waist. I just try to pick the ball up faster. So that moment came to my mind when he took the picture out. It's like he's just trying to change his angle, change his sight line. It's a reason why if you just left Snell in, it's a reason why we pitch people in and out, up and down, fast and slow. He was trying to change all of that, but it was Mookie Betts. So I can't hate on him, man. I think the Rays is legit. I can't think. What's it? Azarunka? I can't think of it. It was a dude on their squad. He was Mookie Betts good.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get to the
they
World
didn't
Series
get to the
by
World
accident.
Series being chumps, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, like, man, baseball is in good place right now. You got a lot of teams. Listen, the Yankees got to do some work. Tampa Bay ain't no joke. Yeah, I mean, we can only assume that Boston is not gonna just be sorry forever, right? So just in that division alone, Yankees, Boston, and Tampa, that's pretty good. Oh, in an American League, guess who on the Central? Cleveland and the White Sox are still gonna be good. Minnesota is doesn't suck. You follow? You said
Rangers are gonna be terrible.
Rangers gonna suck. I'm saying it. Baseball looks like it's in a good spot. I said Cleveland, but I meant Minnesota, and I think Cleveland is gonna be on the way back up next year. So baseball is in a good spot. You know what I mean? You could say the same thing for the American League, but it's really just Dodgers, Padres. I don't really see nobody else.
In the National League.
In the National League. Yeah, I don't really see nobody else. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can. We don't know what player movement is coming, but
that's true.
It was for a pandemic shortened season. It was exciting. I liked the 60 games. Congrats to MLB.
They
didn't have to go all the way into December to finish their league. You know what I mean? Like the NBA, they didn't have to pause and all of that. So they got through it. We expected chaos. It was only a teeny tiny bit of chaos. So congrats to Major League Baseball for getting that done, and congrats to the Lakers. Congrats to the Dodgers for getting that done.
I was gonna say, man, screw Los Angeles. They got 2 championships in a month. 2. So
Los Angeles Rams, you on the clock.
That's right.
You on the clock. Don't be the team in LA. They spoil all the fun.
Well, you took care of the Bears this week with no problem. So
I had to bring up my team.
Hey, you said Rams. I'm just saying they took care of business this week.
We lost to the Rams. Yay! It's just one game. We still 5-2, baby. It's gonna be all right. Now on Monday, I wasn't a happy man. On Tuesday, by 10 o'clock, I let it go. I'm still playing for the Bears or something. Like I did play for the. I never played for the Bears. But my point, as if I was on the actual team. Hey, I let that go by 10 a.m. I was trying to get positive again. 10 a.m. Tuesday, I was on a positive tip. But Monday night, for a few hours on Monday morning, I was angry as all hell. But that game is over. Let's on to the next one.
Who you got next week?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
You know who we playing next week?
Vikings or Green Bay?
The Bears. We just playing ourselves, man. You remember that's what I used to tell the kid. You can't control what the other team do anyway. Yeah. All you gotta do is be the best version of you and let whatever happens. But that's who you playing. You playing yourself.
If you're good enough, you can control what the other team does.
If you're good enough, if you're the best version of you, which I'm not sure after watching the Rams game, I don't think the best version of us can. You know what I mean, like all that Rams game did, man, was make me realize. I said it when we were 4-1. We probably was the worst 4-1 team in the history of 4-1 teams.
Yeah.
But we ain't ready. And everybody hating on Nagy, and deservedly so. He deserves some cuss words.
Some vitriol.
He deserves some cuss words. But I still say you got to get a man credit for being 5-2. Like, I mean, he's done it with smoke and mirrors. Now it's time. Now the problem now is everybody see what it is to do to beat you. However, everybody ain't got Aaron Donald. So that's the best part. So I think we was talking about this earlier, either on the Preachers from the Breachers Fantasy Football League or on the Brotherhood Network Uh, to me, he got to learn how to put in a screen pass, heavy screen pass. Your offensive line can't block, and as soon as the defensive line realize, oh, y'all just gonna screen us, that's when you either pound the ball or throw it deep. But screen has to be your friend now.
That's what Foles, I think, was criticizing this week, right? Is that, hey, these guys can't block. Can we call some different plays? I don't know exactly what he said, but I heard that he was
coach to your talent.
That's
Don't
right.
try to coach. Don't try to coach to your scheme. Your scheme might not fit the players that you got. So get out of your scheme, get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and call the plays, put in plays, first of all, that suits the talent that you have. This is the reason why Belichick is Belichick. He'll change everything. Yeah. I know we did all summer long. That ain't going to work. This week we need to do this. And other coaches need to learn the same thing. Coach to your talent, not to your scheme.
All right. So trade deadline is next Tuesday. If Chicago's going to trade for somebody, I got some guys here. You already said no to one of them. I said Will Fuller because you don't like him, but you said some good things about him in the past, so that's why I thought you might be interested in him.
I was all about Will Fuller, but I don't believe in having too many people from Notre Dame on your team.
That's a dumb reason, but all right, whatever.
I'm just being honest. I wouldn't have too many Aggies on my team either.
All right. What about Jamison Crowder? He's with the Jets. Man, all he does is catch passes.
We don't need a wide receiver, bro.
You don't? What are you looking for?
No, I don't think we need a wide receiver.
I think you could use a good second wide receiver. Yeah, I think you could.
I don't. I like the young dudes. Because here's the reality: is this day. Did we win against the Rams? Did we look even good against the Rams? No, we're a lot further away than 5-1. 5-2 just feels a lot different today. We're not close. We're not competing for a Super Bowl. We're not. Let me rephrase that. That didn't need to be said. We're not close to competing for an NFC championship. If we make the playoffs, all playoff teams in the NFC that will be playing us will be happy to play us. That's what I'm saying.
Probably.
So, I mean,
I still think you could use a wide receiver.
Use them I'm saying if we could develop the young Mooney is awesome.
But it's always been that way. You got Kevin White back in a couple years ago.
What are you talking about? We ain't never. Whoa! Don't say Kevin White to me because I'm on record of saying we should have never drafted.
I'm just saying.
So, no.
You guys keep getting these guys. We can develop this guy. We can develop that guy. It doesn't happen.
Hold on. Mooney looks much better than Kevin White ever have, and we didn't draft Mooney in the top 10, top 15 like we did Kevin White. So, but this dude is out of nowhere. Between him and Anthony Miller, I think we drafted 2 years or 3 years ago in the 4th, 5th round. Them dudes looking okay to me. So I'm saying as long as they keep developing, I'm okay with playing them and developing them as opposed to bringing in somebody that'll help us do what? Compete to win the first round? No, let me develop these guys. We need linemen. We need offensive linemen. That's it.
Trade for one of them. But I still think you could use a wide receiver.
I mean, they got to be much better than the ones we got. Why put yourself in salary cap hell just to win one playoff game? No, these dudes are doing all right. Let's get some offensive linemen. They might be better. That's what I'm saying. Right now, they're trying to catch stuff. I mean, there's a reason why they time you in the 40-yard dash. There's a reason why 4-4 is blazing. Because you can get down the field in 4 seconds, but guess what? Our linemen are breaking down in 2.5. So we need you got to call plays again.
You got to get the ball out in less than 3 seconds.
You got to get the ball out. So until we get some offensive alignment, we really don't know if they're developing, how well they're developing or not. Right now, it feels like they outside just playing a street football game because everything breaks down. Let's just throw it to the guy that's open. They're catching it and they're running with it, but that wasn't always designed the way that they're playing it right now. Let's get some offensive alignment and see if they can actually run routes when they're not just all hell break loose because the quarterback's running for his life. Why I mention that, Nick Foles can't run. I know. No, I mean, it ain't your fault, Nick. It ain't your fault. But sheesh, we need to
protect him.
We need a dude that can run, or they can run from some pressure, or get some linemen that can
He
stop
he
pressure.
needs some footwork, man. I mean, just I don't mean footwork like dropping back and all that kind of, but footwork where you know where your feet are going when somebody's coming from your left side. You know where your feet are going when somebody's coming from your right side. Now, I mean that's running. You don't have to be fast, but don't get your feet tangled up because you're gonna have to be moving one way or another. And just know that that's happening. Don't drop back and
Yeah,
stop. Drop back
yeah,
and move.
yeah.
Stick and move. Stick and
Just a
move.
little to the left, a little to the right.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, I mean, I had these guys here lined up for you.
Who else
I
you
think
got?
I think you could. Well, I like Jamison Crowder. Like I said, the Jets are in last place. They're terrible. Jamison Crowder probably wouldn't cost you much, and all he
They
does is catch passes and
they
get
selling
up
everybody in the Jets.
get up the field. I love Jamison Crowder. Plus, he's a good Duke boy. So,
I pass,
he's done a lot in the NFL. So.
pass.
He would do you some good. I said Melvin Gordon, but I don't think you want him. He's fat back. That's funny though.
I
Uh,
like the fat back, man. He's
you know what?
still fat.
Yeah.
Well, why would they want to trade him though?
Well, because Denver's not that good this year either. So why
I
they spent a
mean,
bunch of money on him? Why not let him go?
I
And
take Melvin Gordon for a fifth round pick.
all right, AJ Green because he wants out of Cincinnati. So and
I thought he made up with Cincinnati. I
well,
mean, his quarterback is pretty good.
well, his quarterback is pretty good. They finally look like they've gotten on the same page, sort of. So I hope that continues because I got him on my fantasy team. But
I take
uh,
AJ Green for a fifth round.
all right,
I ain't giving nobody more than a fifth round pick because we have overextended ourselves. That's another reason. We've overextended ourselves, trading for Mac, trading for this, trading for that. So we don't have nothing more than a fifth round pick really to
all
give.
right.
We can
Well,
we can do it.
here's the last one for you. Julian Edelman.
No.
New England sucks right now. He's getting old, so he won't cost you much, but he's still pretty solid.
We could pick him up if he get released. I'm not trading for Julian.
Oh, they're not going to release him.
They're not. You don't trade for wide receivers 32 years old
For 1 year to help out.
to
Give him a seventh round
to help us win one playoff. That's the thing. Whoever we're trading for is only going at best put us in a position to help us win a first round. We're losing whoever we play next.
I think you could do.
It don't even matter.
I don't know. You can get better. You've always got Khalil Mack.
We need 3 linemen, Dave.
He's a game changer. You got a second one. Who's the other cat?
3 linemen.
Well,
Robert Quinn. Robert
right.
Quinn is over there trying to be unblocked. Man, we need 3 linemen, Dave. They're trying to trade for Alex Mack, the center from Atlanta Falcons.
I heard that. Yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons drafted a center, and so they like, hey, we suck. We don't need a vet. Hey, let's get the veteran out of here since we ain't gonna do much. We don't, like it's important to have a veteran center that know how to make all the calls. But listen, if you suck like Atlanta do, you might as well go ahead and make that change. But again, Alex Mack is 34, so I ain't giving you nothing more than a 7th for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need him. We need him, but we ain't gonna overplay our hand. But if we can get Alex, if we just get 2 more linemen, Dave. 3 is too much to ask. If the Alex Mack deals go through and we can get somebody else, that would be a big help. Now, again, we talk about coaching to your talent. Let me go back over this again. I don't know what happened to Jimmy Graham. Turned back into Jimmy Graham. Like I don't know how he didn't look. How do you play with Aaron Rodgers and look bad and then come to the Bears and look good? Don't matter. It don't matter why he looks good with the Bears. He does. Play both tight ends. Just play a double tight. You need a little extra help on the blocking, and then
I like that.
And then listen, I know Jimmy Graham is not the best blocker in the world, but Cole Kmet can block and can catch.
But you got to guard him too.
You got to guard him too. That will help your scheme. Listen, Nagy, Coach Nagy, call me, player. Call me.
So back to it. I wanted to lead off with this, but Cowboys suck. I love that living here in Dallas. I tell you what, I don't know what the name of that cat was that knocked the crap out of Andy Dalton. Have you heard anything this week about him getting any kind of fine or suspension? Or?
No. They said that like the day after. They was like, he's unlikely to be fined.
Wow.
I ain't see the hit. I missed it.
He was sliding when he was sliding when the guy hit him. So I thought at least a fine and maybe a suspension. So I'm really shocked that they didn't do either one of those. So
I'm gonna have
wow.
to check out the play because you said he was. Was he about to slide or was he in his slide?
No, he was in the slide. He was going into the slide. So
I believe you because you don't really like the Cowboys. So if
yeah,
you defending this,
yeah.
I believe that dude was in the wrong.
I mean he not. I mean he was. I don't know, but when he got up, the guy that hit him, I mean I keep forgetting what his name is, number 53, but he got up and he was like surprised, like that he
But he
hurt the guy.
did get. Oh,
No, he was like, wow, wow, like he didn't think he was going to hurt the guy, or he was surprised about the flag, or I'm like, dude, I mean,
it
he
happens so
was,
fast. You're
yeah,
trying to
I guess
make a
so,
play.
yeah,
You know, we
but
talk about tenths of a second, not seconds, tenths of seconds. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
if you've already committed and and lowered your body to make the hit, and he starts sliding simultaneously, you can't suddenly. You're running, 15 miles an hour. You can't all of a sudden try to throw all your weight back. That's not gonna happen. Only thing you can do is try to roll left or roll right.
yeah. Well, anyway, it was brutal, it was brutal, but if they wanted to trade Zeke, would you trade for him? Because
Hell yeah.
he looks like crap without a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, trade physique. What the
Uh,
hell? And I'm gonna
well,
get listen,
what you gonna
and
give him
I'm gonna give you a
better
third
than a
round.
fifth round? All right, all right.
Yeah. I ain't trying to hear what nobody. Some of these Cowboy fans believe that Zeke lost it or that he quit on because they ain't. Hey man, it's hard to come into your job and do your job well when everybody else sucks. It just is. Now I do believe that
Still do it though.
you still got to do it,
That's right.
and I believe this with all
Man
my
up
heart. You sometimes got to be your own blocker. I mean, like
if you can.
I remember in high school we used to have a Bob call. Like a lineman would tell you basically a lineman would scream out Bob because there was a blitz coming, meaning the guy that I'm supposed to get, I can't get. So you got to get the next one on your own. He just scream out Bob. Be your own blocker. Like so
All
some
right. I'm gonna remember
sometimes
that.
sometimes all the time. But I don't think that. I mean, like once you get to college or depending on what high school you go to, you can't say. But everybody know Bob is beyond blocker. So I think we even switched to a Fred and Wilma call at some point in high school. But um, I don't remember if the Fred and Wilma was beyond blocker or whatever. But we changed calls. Ultimately, is what I'm saying for different situations, that or whatever. But whatever you are, whatever league you play in at whatever level, sometimes you gotta be your own damn blocker. You got to Derrick Henry some others.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
Zeke definitely needs to do some of that because I tell you what, he's not looking good. His line guys are out, and he's not looking very good this year. So he's going to have to block a whole lot of guys for
You got
himself.
at least the first one. The
So
reason why the Bears drafted David Montgomery because his last year in college, he led the NC2A in broken tackles. I mean, most yards after first contact. And I don't see it right now, but
yeah,
that is the reason. That is the main reason they drafted him because we can't always get the. You got to make the first guy miss. It's like
that
punters,
that's one of the
returners.
big stats they have. When you're listening to the fantasy sports radio all week, that's a really big stat they talk about. Like, hey, I want this guy because that's why coming up to the draft. Hey, he breaks tackles. He could like Alvin Kamara, man. You know what I said about Alvin Kamara, man? I mean, he's hard to get him down. So anyway, New England also sucks, which I think everybody in the league is loving. So Cam is not looking very good, or he didn't look
It's
good
over.
this week. Yeah.
Whoa, Cam! It's done, baby. It's over. I thought I was on the Cam New England bag. I thought it was finna go down 10-6, 11-5.
Mm-mm.
It's smelly over there.
Mm-mm.
It's smelly over there.
No.
Buffalo is running the show.
Yes, they
It
are.
it is what it is, brothers. I mean, it's about time.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like people trying to say, "Ha ha!" I told you Brady was. Come on, dog. Brady he got more talented and first round picks on his offensive skill level than he ever had in his life. I'm
Yes, he
just
did.
gonna say it. I could do what Brady do right now. I don't care what y'all say. Do it, Dave. I could do it.
Okay.
And if I get in trouble, you know what I'll do? I
What's
just
that?
wing that thing to Mike Evans.
The
Back
fuck?
shoulder that throw.
What about Gronk? You throw it to Gronk still.
I ain't throwing the
So
Gronk.
you ain't throwing to Gronk. Why ain't you throwing to
Yeah,
Gronk?
man, dude, I ain't never believed in Gronk, man. I ain't never believed in Gronk.
All those touchdowns would belie your
Hey,
disbelief.
yeah. Yeah, I'm in disbelief. You can call it whatever you want, brother. I'm not throwing it to Gronk. That's all I'm saying. We had this conversation months ago. Maybe I throw it to Gronk. I'm not throwing it to Gronkowski. This is a different dude. This ain't the same dude.
All right.
I ain't.
He's starting to look a little better.
This is Robert Gronkowski. This ain't Gronk.
All right.
Gronk is gone.
Okay. But I do like Mike Evans. And Chris Godwin's looking good too.
I can not throw it to Mike Evans.
Yeah. All right. I got you down.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. So
the best thing that ever came out of the Aggies organization. Nope, he is. You know who I was gonna say?
He might have done the best in the NFL, but we had some guys that came out that were really good. Darren Lewis came out. He was really good. He's the first guy that rushed for over 5,000 yards in a career that did not win the Heisman Trophy.
So how about the guy from Cleveland? That would be a best. That you can say that guy. He's having
Miles Jarrett.
Miles Garrett. But ultimately, yeah, Mike Evans still better than him too.
I don't know. That's a tough one. The other guy I love that came out, he didn't do so well in the NFL. Quentin Coriat.
I liked Quentin Coriat. Yeah. But Mike Evans is still better than him too.
In NFL, he's better than him. Yeah, definitely.
That's all I'm talking about. Best thing that came out of the Aggies.
That's fine. So, but I had some other guys that were more bigger favorites of mine than Mike Evans, but I do like Mike Evans.
Better than Mike Evans.
I like Quentin Coriat a lot.
But we're not talking about what they did in college.
I'm not talking about what they did in the NFL. I said they were my favorites. Okay. Just want to be clear on that.
Okay.
I delivered a pizza to Quentin Coriat and Kevin Smith.
Did he give you a good tip?
Yeah, they did. But he was the coolest guy ever, dude. Like, first of all, he opens the door and he's wearing gym shorts, and the dude is and no shirt on, right? So like he's just ordering a pizza, whatever. I'm just getting my pizza. Dude is ripped, just ripped. But he was like the coolest guy ever. He's like watching some movie that I had seen before and he hadn't seen. He's like, dude, tell me what's going on here. We've been watching this and I'm not sure about this. So I talked to him for like a second or two about what was going on in the movie. Somebody was over there. Some girl was over there shaving Pup's head. Kevin Smith was shaving his head before the game coming up on Saturday. That was his name. They shaved Pup into his.
You said it like you know that dude personally.
Well, I'm just saying.
He was shaving Pup's head. That's my dog.
No, that's how I think of him now. Since they were shaving it in his head, man. And they Pup. They just all right. So that's how I've always thought of him. But I still have the ticket for what pizza they ordered, and they both signed the back of it. So I was like, hey, can I get you guys to sign? And it was cool, man. So he was like the coolest cat ever. Just like he's just talking to some pizza dude like he's a regular guy, man. It was awesome.
Why did he just assume the pizza man knew about the damn movie?
Well, he asked me if I'd seen it. And I said,
okay.
So, I mean, he was like having a conversation with me. So yeah, I was like, well, that was fucking cool. I mean, I'm sorry, that was really, it was really cool, man. So Quentin Coriat's always going to be my favorite that came out of
right on. Right on.
So anyway, but speaking of an embarrassment of riches at Tampa, they pulled in Antonio Brown this week. So we'll see how that goes. When is he eligible to come back? Do you know? Because we know I never got the skinny on whether or not you have to sign and then you serve your 8-game suspension.
Week 8. He can come back week 8, but I don't think he's I don't think he's coming back this week. I think he got to sit out. Okay. Maybe COVID protocols or something. I don't know.
Man, I always thought you had to sign with a team and then you sit out the 8 weeks.
It may have changed some, Dave. I thought that too, but when I kept seeing them say he can sign and play, I'm like, well, I guess he can sign and play.
Okay. Fair enough. So Antonio Brown comes, don't know how much that's going to change their trajectory since they've already got that a good receiving core, but you know, the extra help doesn't hurt.
It's if you don't win a Super Bowl, it's a failed season now. You know, your 3 wide receivers, Antonio Brown's your 3rd wide receiver. No matter what you think of him personally, what kind of human being he is, he's your 3rd receiver.
Oh, absolutely.
Leonard Fournette is still your backup running back. It's a failure of receiver. And guess what? Their defense can ball.
Yeah.
So not winning the Super Bowl, it's a complete total failure.
I do not want Brady to win another Super Bowl, man. I just don't.
I mean, I don't think you should worry, Dave. I don't think he's gonna win. I don't care who they put out there. Seattle. If it's Seattle and Tampa Bay, I'm gonna take Seattle. And guess what? Tampa Bay defense is currently better. I still take Seattle.
Yeah. Well, you're in Vegas. You can put the money on it.
Amen.
I got 5 on it.
Did you see the high school band that played that? That was so cool. I heard the band director just applied for a job at my place.
All right. So next up, Dez signed with the Ravens. Dez Bryant signed with the Ravens.
Good for him.
You think he's going to help out there? What? Well, they signed him to the practice squad, right? Not really to the full club.
Yeah, that's smart.
That doesn't hurt anything.
Because it don't have. It means we paying you as little as possible.
And we can get you up. We can get you up to speed on the playbook.
Get you up to speed on the playbook. Can't play next week because he got to go through COVID, whatever their COVID protocols is. But their wide receivers suck. Listen, the Bears wide receivers are probably twice as good as the Ravens wide receivers. That's how bad they are. Ooh. They are horrible. But Dez Bryant's job is to come. They know they're not getting the Dez Bryant of 5 years ago. Is to come in, catch open the middle. Like, he got to come in, just run some dig routes, a few out routes, so Marquise Brown can get down the damn field. Once that, Duvernay, rookie from Texas, blazing, all they trying to do is open up the deep throws. If you have to, Dez catch a few of those over the middle, I think he ain't going to even get to run with the ball. I think he probably get tackled right there. But that's okay. You done the job because now they got to come protect that middle, and as soon as you do, it'll drop a little bit thing over the top. It's a perfect fit, perfect system, perfect for it just works for everybody. He could. I can't think of another place he could have went at because he's gonna get targets because they don't have nobody other than the tight end to go in Andrews.
Yeah.
They don't have nobody else to, catch a pass in the middle or on the side. Everybody else want to go deep.
Yeah,
you can't go deep if everybody else back there.
Their receivers aren't good, but I'm not sure how successful this is going to be. I'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think it's going to work.
Put an over and under. I got 11 games. Let's say he's going to play in 10 games because he ain't going to play this week. So in 10 games, how many catches you think he's going to get? How many catches you think you got to get to call it successful?
In 10 games?
10 games.
45.
Bingo. Right on. I thought 40, 45 catches, and okay. I think that'll happen.
All right.
Yeah, I think that'll happen.
Okay. Well, that's what I said, to be successful. So you think that'll happen?
Oh, I think he get 40. 45, okay. But 40, that's 4 catches a game. He's going to get 7 targets a game. Watch.
That's a lot of targets for somebody coming in. All right. Okay.
Dave?
I'm going to go with the under.
Do you remember Lamar Jackson last year? He don't look like Lamar Jackson. They just figured it out, which I said to you, Lamar don't look right. I didn't say to you don't look right. I said I need to see more. I need to see you take the next step. Now, it's a beautiful thing for him that Patrick Mahomes don't look like Patrick Mahomes right now. You know what I mean? He ain't lighting up everybody. He winning. He playing efficient. He getting the job done. But he ain't Russell.
I'm loving all those cats that took Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes in the first round of fantasy fantasy drafts. Like,
Yeah.
dude, this is why you wait to take quarterbacks, but that's okay. Those
But if
guys are still great players. Don't get me
they
wrong.
still great, but you and I had this conversation one time. They gonna come back. I mean,
Yeah.
like they still gonna be good, but them historical numbers that they were putting up last year, that ain't
You,
gonna happen every year.
you must
But
regress to the mean.
yeah, he's still gonna throw for 30 touchdowns, Patrick Mahomes. But
Oh yeah,
it ain't gonna be 50. But
yeah.
Russell
30,
might
30,
this year.
35 maybe.
But
Russell might.
Russell might throw for 50 this year. And Russell was probably drafted in the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth round.
Yep.
Probably the sixth round, Russell was drafted.
Well, his not having a very good defense is helping him out because he's got to keep throwing the ball. So that's
Hey,
helping him out a lot.
just like Dak Prescott. What do you want these people to do? Like, to me, it would be worse if your defense suck and you can't throw the ball down the field. Like, it's what I gotta do. I gotta do.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seemed like you disagreed when it was Dak though.
Well, I think my argument with Dak was more like, I don't think he's the player you think he is. I wasn't thinking so much about, hey, his defense sucks, so he has to throw. So I think I wasn't really taking that into account. I was just taking into account where I think his talent is at. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's a guy that's going to average, 300, 350 yards a game.
Who does?
He might have this year only because his defense was bad. That's my thinking.
I don't think that I ain't put him in no Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson category. I ain't never put him that high, but 8, somewhere between, 8. 8 is about right. I can't think of 7 other. I can't think of no. Yeah, 8 was right before he got hurt. You saying he wasn't 8?
Well, yeah, I think he was only 8 because his defense sucks.
And Russell right now is number 1 because his defense sucks.
Okay, fair enough. I like Russell better than Dak. So
okay.
All right. So,
they both was drafted. One drafted in the 3rd round, one drafted in the 4th round.
All right.
Both nice guys, good Christians.
One of them married to Sierra.
That's a negative for Russell.
Is it? Oh, is it?
To me,
right.
I mean, she ain't all that.
Well, she brings to the table her own stash of cash.
She ain't got that kind of money, man. He ain't married no damn Sierra. No damn Beyonce.
Well, no, he didn't marry Beyonce, but
that's
how many
a stack of cash.
Okay, but how many women is it possible for him to marry that are going to bring millions into the equation? Not a lot.
I don't know, bro, but I gotta look this up, bro, because I'm thinking she 1,000 there. I don't think she was.
Oh no! You had some hit songs, man. No, you got a couple million in the bank. You're not worth your net worth's not like $500,000. It's probably 2 or 3 million at least, maybe 7 or 8. So she was around for a while making some hits. So what you got?
I don't because it won't get. You know what? I take it back. I like Sierra. I changed my mind.
What did you see?
We got the same birthday.
Oh, okay.
She cool. I take it all back.
Oh, it was just Sierra net worth.
Before Russell. That's the hard.
She has an estimated net worth of $20 million.
That's because she's married to Russell.
No, his net worth is much more than that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I need to know what her net worth was in 1998 when she was hot.
He's worth $115 million.
She ain't, Dave.
Yes,
Dave,
sir.
First of all, like I thought you knew this. I don't really. The how you get paid in the music industry is if you either a songwriter or a producer.
Okay.
If you just the guy or girl that's singing, you ain't getting that. You don't get that loot, man. That loot don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know how royalties work. When you write that song, 20 years later, every time that song plays because you wrote it, you get paid. But if you just a performer, you don't get paid. Whitney Houston is still is the highest recording artist because she ain't write no songs. She got paid a lot of money just to sing.
You know how it works? If you also, that performer that's making all that money for that writer, you're like, oh, if you're going to write a song for me and make money off of it, you're going to put my name on there as a writer as well.
Not
So
Sierra though, bro.
people
She
do
ain't
that.
never been
Yes,
that good, bro.
you're right.
She just kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
You
she ain't
you
at
can
that
look up her
level.
record. Her net
That,
worth is 20 million.
that she
20 million. That's what it says.
maybe she must have wrote a few of them joints or something, Dave. I just like Dave,
Dude,
name a
if
song.
you
Name
make
a
some
Sierra
hits,
song. Name a Sierra song.
to 1-2 step.
Ah! I
Let
ain't gonna
me
even
see
test you.
your 1-2 step.
I ain't gonna even test you with a second one. You gave me one. I ain't think you could do that one. That's the only damn one I know. Right? Like
I
you can't, you can't
come
like
on.
shit.
We worked at the club, man. They played her
Oh
every
yeah,
night.
yeah. So I mean, if that's the case, Dave, look, if you can make one damn song and be worth $20 million, bro,
She
I need
she
a
had
record,
more. She had more than one song.
but we can't name it.
Well, I can Google it right now.
No, I was like, you the music guy, so I'm saying you can't name that joint. You know what I mean?
I'll recognize them when I hear them.
I
Uh,
I I ain't gonna even say nothing because I ain't feeling music like everybody else.
Goodies. I remember that one.
Goodies was alright. We
Yeah,
played the hell out of that one at the club.
yeah, we did. So anyway, so she brought some money to the equation that some of these guys marrying these ladies, they ain't bringing $20 million to it. So that's all I'm saying. Back to the NFL. Dontari Poe got cut by the Cowboys today.
Oh, we need him.
So I was going to say, I hope he goes back to the Panthers.
We need him. We need Dante. Why? I don't know what they doing. We need him. I make his fat booty play guard for the Bears. Come on,
Yeah,
play guard, Dante. We're gonna
I
switch your position.
guess they thought that he wasn't getting enough tackles or something. He wasn't. I'm like, really? Dontari Poe, your defense is terrible, and you're cutting Dontari Poe. So whatever.
Might
I hope he goes
might
back to the
might not be
Panthers.
the player, dude. In this case,
Maybe not. I don't know.
maybe the scheme ain't right.
Maybe not.
What if he go? You talk about go back to the Panthers. What if he go back to the team that drafted him?
I don't think so.
Kansas City.
I think the Panthers was where he should go. We need help on defense, man.
He already got that loot. Look, I
Yeah.
had to leave Kansas City to get paid. Now I'm paid. I'm about to go on back to the team that drafted me. See if I
Why
can't
not?
get help. Why not?
If I had the choice, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Kansas City, maybe win another Super Bowl.
I don't think he was there for the Super Bowl, was he?
No, I mean, would Kansas City getting another Super Bowl help them?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, and
Yeah.
it's still the team that drafted me. So you can make it seem like you just returning back.
The
Like
home
you yeah,
Dontari, the
it's
homecoming.
just a homecoming. You ain't even gotta play, but like,
All right.
it's 65 snaps. He probably ain't gonna play but 10. Oh, he probably kill people with 10 snaps. He would be Dontari Poe again with 10
Yeah,
snaps.
no kidding. So anyway, I hope I see him back in Charlotte, but you're right, Kansas City might be a better deal for him. So just the last thing on NFL I have is that NFL said there's going to be 20% capacity for the Super Bowl. So
Now the tickets are $20 million a piece.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. And they're all owned by corporations. So whatever. By that time of the year with what's going on with COVID, we'll see if there's anybody there for the Super Bowl. Who knows?
Right.
Might,
it could be fully packed because maybe COVID will be over. Come on, man. Try to be on the bright
yeah.
side, Dave.
Yeah,
be on the bright side.
All right. let's hope we have a vaccine by mid-December.
Oh Lord, I ain't taking that.
All right. Well, if a doctor says it's good, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I ain't never take the flu vaccine. Why would I? I mean, like
I never take the flu vaccine either. I better knock on wood.
But you gonna take the COVID though?
Well, I don't know. This one's a lot more virulent than, or it's just more contagious.
I'm gonna
Seems to
need
be
to
a
see.
lot
I'm
more
gonna need to
people
see
getting it.
some of you people on the COVID vaccine 6 months later. Then maybe I'll take. No, I ain't taking no. If I'm gonna put a needle in my body, bro, I'm taking steroids. I ain't taking no damn vaccines for now. No. Let me take something that'll make me swole.
I'm gonna take something to make me swole. It's called donuts.
All right, that's a different swole, but yes, that it would work.
Apple pie,
Mhm.
ice cream,
A la mode.
chocolate, a la mode, cake.
Mhm.
That's right. All right, so just let's move on to the NBA. I saw today the NBA revenue dropped 10% in
Two.
2019.
Yeah, but well, give us the number though.
Uh,
20% to
I,
8.3 billion.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, these people are gonna die. They only made $8.3 billion this year, Dave. Oh my gosh.
8.3. So yeah, that's terrible.
Billion.
That was revenue.
That was
That's like
dropped.
that's what?
They dropped to 8.3. I don't even give a dog on what the percentage is. You made so much money that you dropped to
But that's
8.3 billion.
that's not money they take home though.
Billion with a B. I
Yeah,
don't care.
that's
That's still a
revenue.
lot of that's still billions.
And then you have to pay all the salaries and all the rents
Billions.
and all the electric bills and all that. Okay, just
Billions.
all right. So, but I would say, yeah. Anyway, that was my thing. That's a win. If you only drop 10% with all this crap going on,
You
that is
did
a win.
good. You did
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You did good. Speaking of billions, Utah Jazz got sold for 1.6 billion.
Today,
Oh
what
yeah,
was that?
today they got
I did not hear that. Who
the
who
mill
bought?
the mill a long time fan, so they're gonna stay in Utah.
Man,
He said
we.
he tried to buy it 3 times.
I'm glad he finally got him. But you know what? We talked about this before with the values of the teams. And 1.6 billion, man, I would think Utah would be a better, more expensive than that.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought
Well, you know what?
it's in damn Utah.
No, I take that back because the Clippers when they
Was
sold for
2 billion.
2 billion, that was
It,
overpriced.
but it
I'm,
was in
I'm sorry.
LA,
So
and
1.6.
the ability to get fans is a little easier. And I mean, Utah got snow. You want people to come out in the snow and watch your product when they can stay at home? Oh Lord, no. Good.
People go
1.6
people
billion.
people go
But
skiing in Utah.
that's right. Then they don't go watch basketball. But apparently he had a I don't know software company or something. He sold it for 8 billion. Decided I'm really gonna make these people an offer they can't refuse.
Right on.
But
So he overpaid for Utah too. Okay,
the Millers, the Miller family are still gonna be involved. They still gonna own just a little teeny tiny bit. So that's still cool. I probably, if my guess is, probably so he can't move it because like the wife, they had put it into like a family estate trust or something to make sure that it wouldn't be moved. And then, but I mean, like I read her statement. That's all she had to say repeatedly, over and over and over again,
not
was
moving
well,
my team.
I wanted to make sure it stay in Utah. I wanted to make sure it stay in Utah. So
You know what? I want him to stay in Utah, but I want him to give the name back to New Orleans because the name Jazz belongs in New Orleans. Yeah, nobody
agreed,
thinks it.
agreed.
So yeah,
But if you've been in New Orleans before, right?
no, never.
Pelicans everywhere.
I believe that.
Man.
I got no
So
trouble
like
believing that at
you know
all.
how
Yeah,
I can't think of the highway, but it sit right on top of the water.
I-10.
There's pelicans all out there. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of it's not like they got a name that don't fit.
yeah,
Definitely New Orleans Jazz is cool.
yeah.
Much cooler name, especially Utah Jazz.
How about we go with the New Orleans Jazz Pelicans, and you can have like a little cartoon band of Pelicans playing like saxophone and drums and bass and all that. That'd
I'm
be fun.
just saying Pelicans is not it's not out of place like
No,
Utah
it's not.
Jazz.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
Right,
Pelicans all over that joint.
right.
So yeah, 1.6 billion. Good for dude.
Yeah.
Stay in Utah. So I don't think nothing's gonna change. I think he's just gonna be owner. I don't think
He's
nobody getting fired.
he's like Mark Cuban, just loves basketball, wanted to own the team. So right on. I hope he's good for them like Mark Cuban was for the
No,
Mavericks.
I don't hope that. That'd be too good. I don't want Utah to ever win a championship.
Why?
I don't know. Just don't seem right to me.
Why? Because they lost to Chicago in the finals.
Dude, he lost. Why? I don't have no ill will to a team
Okay.
we beat.
I know you're not a huge fan of Mailman or John Stockton.
I'm not a huge fan of Stockton.
Yeah.
Like I think that he would be a nobody if it wasn't for Mailman. He'd be like Gordon Dragic. Goran Dragic. He does that
I think he
at
was better.
best.
I think he had his own set of talents.
He averaged 10 assists.
Yeah.
5 of them went to the Mailman.
Okay.
So you ain't getting those 5.
So if Mailman's there, he can't pass it to somebody else?
Nobody else that could shoot because nobody else would play in Utah. Derek Harper, one of the finest people ever. One of the you know what I'm talking about. You know what he said, right? They tried to trade him to Utah. He said, no. He's like, it's just not something I want to do ever in my life. Live, play, no. And next thing you know, he was in New York. Like,
All right.
no, people don't want to play in Utah, especially black people.
Well, I think the same thing of Canada and of Milwaukee and of Minnesota, but
And
yet
true. Nobody wants to play in Milwaukee. At least white people want to play in Utah. Nobody wants to play in Milwaukee. Nobody.
but they got some folks there that can play. Minnesota had some folks there that could play.
And when Giannis leaves, they're going to all be running out too. You just go to Milwaukee to get a paycheck, right? If you play for the Milwaukee Bucks, when Giannis is not there, you went because, well, that's where they pay me. It's like me going to my job every day. Well, I gotta work.
I mean, haven't we talked about this before? I mean, there's really only 4 or 5 places that people really want to play, right? The rest of them are places that people play because that's who's paying me.
Lifestyle does matter.
Yeah, I'm saying. Well, so what? And where are those places that people want to play? LA, LA, New York, Miami, and maybe Chicago.
Only because of media.
Okay.
I mean,
what? So there you go. There's 4 that I named.
Lake Michigan is pretty dope. You would be near the water in the summer. Lake Michigan is a hell of a good time. This might be the most. Yeah.
4 places in the NBA that people really want to play. The rest of them are just because, hey, these are the guys that are paying me.
I would say you're probably about 95% correct because there's because we're talking about the big guys, the major stars, and some of the mid-level stars, right?
Yeah.
But they move to certain places and find out, hey man, it's pretty dope right here. I like it.
Right.
Right. But they gotta
it's not a destination. Yeah.
It's not a destination in the beginning. But then there are some guys that are just the reason why I say 90-95%. There are some guys that I don't want to be in those places. I want to be somewhere where it's laid back. I want to be somewhere where I can go to the mall and not get bombarded. Yeah. San Antonio. But yeah. So it just depends on who you are. But I think most guys want, they want to live the life.
Right. So anyway, Daryl Morey went to be the GM of the Sixers, and as soon as he got out of there, the Rockets hired the Mavs assistant coach to be their head coach. What's his name? I forgot what his name is.
Silas.
Yeah. I was gonna say because when I saw Silas there, I was like, Paul Silas isn't what, but yeah. So it's his son. So good on him. And so the Rockets are going to start over with a new head coach and a new GM since Daryl Morey is going to be GM of the Sixers. So what do you think that does for the Rockets next year? You think they're still top 5 team, top 4 team? You think that changes at all because they've changed personnel at the top?
I didn't really realize they were a top 6. I think they could still be 6 seed. I say that because it ain't got nothing to do with Steven Silas. The Warriors are coming back, so that pushes everybody down.
That's true.
That's just the reality. I'm cool with the Lakers. I'm not a big Lakers fan. I like LeBron, love AD. I'm gonna really be cheering for him if Derrick Rose get traded. That's the rumor that he's going to the Lakers. I would really like the Lakers at that point. But the second that Clay, Curry, Draymond Green, and whatever they do with this pick,
Wiggins,
when they step on the court. I'm not mentioning Wiggins. He's a non-factor.
He's a 4th guy.
A non-factor. My point is when he is, because whoever they draft at 2 or whoever they trade to get rid of this 2 pick and bring in is the 4th guy. Wiggins is 5 or 6. Wiggins might be in that trade.
He might be a 6th man. Yeah, you're right.
But
I'd trade him.
But when they step on the court, they the favorite. It is what it is. As much as I like LeBron, they the favorite.
I wouldn't give them favorite. I
The
give them number
last time
two.
you seen them healthy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The last time you seen them healthy, they was balling.
Well,
They got hurt. They got hurt in the championship games.
They had KD with them too, didn't they?
Whoopie do. They was winning without KD.
Okay, they still that makes a big difference. That's a hell of a talent.
They was number one with him. And they were number one without him. I had no disrespect to Kevin Durant. They did not need Kevin Durant to win. Kevin Durant needed them to win.
That's true.
That's good. That's why Kevin Durant was trying to kill people out there on the court in that first. That's why he wanted that, because he knew what the narrative was going to be. Hey man, you came on this team and won a ring, blah blah blah. The reason why he was scoring and doing all that he was doing, he did everything in that championship that he won, because he had to try to quell the narrative of you join this team, it's like a cheap ring for you. Some people are still gonna feel that way.
I do. I absolutely do.
You know, but like the Lakers, you ain't go through Golden State, so I think you can. I think the Lakers reload with DeMarcus Cousins. Because you ain't gonna keep both JaVale. JaVale got a player option, so JaVale could just say, "Yeah, you keeping me," boom. But I don't think that you can.
Can they trade him after that? I'm gonna exercise my player option, and then they can trade him, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. But why would I'm not sure how much money he'd make and who would want him for the amount of money that I don't know that he's making.
You could trade him for cash. I mean, right? I mean, they do that now, right?
Good, so, but who wants JaVale?
I don't know.
Maybe somebody.
Maybe the Rockets.
Maybe the Rockets, because he's cheap. He's cheaper than the guy they sent to Atlanta. What's the
Capella?
He's a lot cheaper than Capella. Makes $16 million, bro.
Yeah.
So he's a lot cheaper than Capella, and he could still, run rim run, and block shots. So maybe somebody like Houston might take him. So, but then, as you just mentioned, Morey is in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia going to look real different. I just got a feeling.
Well, good. I hope so, man, because they, whatever they were doing just wasn't working. I mean, they had the talent to be better than they were, and they weren't. So
first of all, let's give props to Elton Brand. He didn't. What? Let's give props to Elton Brand.
I know you love Elton Brand.
No, I do not love Elton Brand.
I know, that's why. that's why I'm doing this.
I am not a hater. He didn't waste no time. Yeah. Hey, Doc, you got fired. Man, they don't know what they took. Come on, man. He upgraded his coach.
Man, these Duke GMs are taking over, bro.
Whatever we might think of Doc and his 3-1 fails, he's still better than the coach they replaced. He didn't waste no time. Darrel, you quit. You sure you want to write plays, Darrel Morey, or you want to do this basketball thing? Let's give it one more try. Right? He just went out. Man, that's a Elton Brand, Morey, Doc Rivers. Man, they front office, their management team look real good right now. So, but props to Elton Brand for just bringing these people in and just doing the damn job. That's what you're supposed to do.
Make a move.
That's what you're supposed to do. Do the damn job.
Whatever happened to Billy King? Was Billy King the GM for Philadelphia?
Long time. I don't think Elton replaced him. I think Elton replaced somebody else.
All right. I don't
know where Billy at.
Okay. I wonder where he's at now. I have to check up on that.
Might just be chilling at the crib.
He's in it somewhere. He's got to be. I bet he's in it. So he might be in New York. But all right. So I think we covered some good basketball, man. But let's move on. You got anything for You Suck?
You Suck. My You Suck today gonna go out to women, because you don't suck enough. Next.
All right.
Here's what it is, brother.
Okay. All righty then. My You Suck is going to be Verizon Wireless.
Oh my goodness.
So, I mean, you suck because all of a sudden in the last 2 months, my data usage has doubled. Right? I get like 5 gigabytes a month to use in data. I've had this phone for like 2 years. I don't use half of that. I mean, if you average my months over 2 years, I don't use half of that data. But all of a sudden, my data is like twice what it was, and they're telling me, "No, we got to cut you off, or you're going to pay more." Blah. So I don't know where all that extra data is coming from. It just magically appeared all of a sudden. So I can't. I tried to get on with them today and figure out where it's from, but the guy was taking forever, and they don't have like email. You can't go back and forth with them on email. You have to either be on the computer chat or you have to call them. So I would rather do it by email. They make it really hard to get a hold of them by email. And but anyway, Verizon Wireless, you suck for all of a sudden doubling up my data, and I have no idea where that's coming from. My habits haven't changed. I'm using the phone the same way that I've always used it, but all of a sudden I'm using twice as much data. So that's a really petty thing, but it really pissed me off today. So Verizon Wireless, you suck. All right.
All right.
Raise rumination.
Ray's rumination. I just want to give a shout out to Circa. Opened
Circa.
up today. I'm on the way. I'm finna make dinner and I'm gonna go down there to Circa and check it out. The reviews sound awesome. Just in case for people don't know, it's like this is the first casino built downtown from the ground up since 1940.
Wow.
Usually people just, oh, I'm buying a casino and I'm gonna remodel it, change the name or whatever. Right? This is the first one they built, and they got a little bit of the old with the new. So I gotta go check it out. Early reviews say is real dope. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, and it's nice and cool out, so I can put my it's big boy summer out here in Vegas. It's like 65 degrees right now. Big boy summer, baby. I could put my thongs on. I want to go out there. You know what I mean? Also, Circa is the first hotel downtown, 21 and up. No kids, never, ever, ever. It's for grown folks only, baby. So if you ain't 21, go somewhere else to have some fun. So I can't wait. I'm gonna go check it out tonight.
All right.
If I don't fall asleep.
Sounds like fun. All right. So for Dave's dialogue, just want to talk about this time next week. In theory, we're going to have a president announced. Maybe an old one, maybe a new one. Who knows? Don't know what's going to happen. But I just want to say that to everybody, just when they announce whoever's going to be, accept the results, please. Don't go out in the streets rioting and doing all this other kind of crap, protesting, calling it rigged, calling it, any of that kind of stuff. It's we're better than that, and I don't think that whatever people say out there that we're having a lot of trouble really with ballots being false or faked or any of that kind of stuff. So if it's not the candidate you want to see, that's too bad. You voted for the guy you wanted, and that's fine. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you want to change something, if you want to see something positive go on, then be the change you want to see. So if your guy doesn't win, don't stand around and complain about it. Do something positive in your community somewhere. Whatever way you can, volunteer somewhere, help folks somewhere, do what you can to help other people. You don't have to wait on politicians. Politicians don't run the world. You think they do, but they don't. The people run the world. You run your world. Your friends and your family are part of your world. You're never probably going to see that politician in person, face to face, So just whatever happens next week, your guy wins, your guy loses. Accept those results and let's move on, and let's continue to do good things in the world. That's all I got to say.
All right, Dave, man, that was well put, man.
So
that was well put.
Well,
and that's the show. And if you like it, don't forget to subscribe and hit like. And if you don't like it, go ahead and subscribe and hit like anyway. It's not gonna hurt nothing. But really, we just appreciate you listening to us talk about our life and sports and our life through sports and on your internet, radio, or your Bluetooth speakers. We don't do it to be attention seekers. We're just two brothers, better known to you as
preachers from the bleachers.
Peace.
See you, man.